Hey guys, I am on the Buffalo River Trail. Just started. I'm about a tenth of a mile in, and I am at the little creek that goes by. I don't know what the name of this creek is. I'll look it up. But this is my first little stream crossing, not even a half a mile in. And it's Memorial Day weekend 2023. That's a cool little pool over there. I bet that'd be fun to swim in. And the creek comes back over here. These little creeks in Arkansas are so pretty. They widen out, so it's nice and fun for the kids to play in. We've had a lot of family fun in places like this. The road is right there. The trailhead parking is on the other side of the road. So anyway, I'll catch up with you and give you some information on down the road. This is the Buffalo River Trail, starting at the upper Buffalo River trailhead. Well, since I left the car, it has been uphill the whole way, which is good, which means Monday when I come back, it'll be downhill all the way to the car. But I'm just about a mile in right now, so it'll probably straighten out here in a bit. I was looking on the data guide. It didn't look like it was all that much elevation change. It just feels like it is because it's right off the bat. But it's pretty nice and green. Haven't seen any critters yet, other than a woolly worm. Yeah, that's why they call it the natural state. That's Arkansas. Huh. They're leveling out a little bit right now. A little faster. Feels warm. I think the temperature is supposed to be lower than it has been the last couple days. It's been up around mid 80s. And these days it's supposed to be like 81, 82, something like that. Canyon down that way. I'm sure there's a seasonal stream over there somewhere. A lot of the trail up here on top is pretty overgrown, kind of hard to see, and a little bit disconcerting because this is snake country and snake season, so I'm a little concerned about copperheads, etc. You can see the trail is indented and the grass has bent over a little bit, and you can't see the ground. And this is above my head right here. Pretty much on both sides. I've had about half a mile of this overgrown stuff. Where I stopped and took the picture of that little view was about the only little clear spot, and it cleared off to the left there. I took a picture over that valley in that clear spot. A lot of overhangs. So the trail isn't in excellent shape in terms of cleared, but I haven't got lost. I can see the trail, so that's good. And every now and then there's a sign. There's one right there. Okay. BRT. There are blazes, but they're few and far between. But like I say, the trail is marked well enough that I can see it. It's just overgrown. Fortunately, there hasn't been a lot of blowdowns like trees across. I think I've crawled over 2 and walked around 1 or 2. And under one that was a little higher. But anyway, here's a little open here. Nice view of the valley across over there. I wonder if I have cell phone coverage here. Let me find out. A nice deer right there, old doe, about 100 yards away. He's looking at me. So this is where my camp is going to be for the night. It says it has a view on far out, but that's not much of a view. Maybe in the wintertime it probably is with no leaves on the trees. But it's pretty in here. And there's this big old log. This log fell a long, long time ago. And you can see it's pretty big. It fell a long time ago. Look this way, it's what's underneath it. It's like a, I don't know if it's a stove, chair, I don't know what it is. It's metal, it's got legs, but it was crushed by this tree when it fell. That was there when that tree fell. It was amazing. Anyway, there's a fire pit over there. Somebody's got an old broken skillet left here. Old cast iron skillet that seen better days. A little fire pit. And I'm gonna set my tent up over there on the other side of that log. It's nice and flat over there. Trail is just, 50 feet up there. And it's about 7:30, 7:45, something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe have some dinner. Maybe I might make a fire, probably will. And then I might catch up with you a little bit later before the night's over. What I just saw over here by this tree that fell on that stove. This nice big firewood up there. I don't know if you can see it, maybe get me light there. There it is. I don't see the owner anywhere. He's in there somewhere probably. Catching bugs. That's good. Catch all those mosquitoes so they don't bite me. All right. It is evening of the first day. I made it 6.2 miles. Found a nice little campsite here. And the sun is just going down over there. It's pretty. And got myself a little fire going. Try to keep it kind of small. I'm not going to be up that long. Probably it's 8:30. I'll probably go to bed by about 9 or 9:30. But it was a good day hiking, mostly uphill coming this way. So that means that on Monday when I'm going out, it'll be pretty well downhill most of the way, but maybe 70% downhill on Monday. So tomorrow I'm going to shoot to go about, my original goal was to go 8 today and then 12. So I'm going to try to do 14 miles. I'll try to do 14 miles tomorrow. If I can do that, then 14 miles on Sunday will bring me back to here and then 6 miles back out. That'll give me 40 miles for the weekend. So I think that'll be pretty good. Anyway, I will catch up with you later. Right now, I saw a deer, took a picture of a deer. Haven't seen anything else, no other critters of any kind. Lots of a lot of deer tracks out there. So, place I'm at here on this part of the Buffalo River has elk herd nearby, so I'm hoping I catch a picture of an elk. That'll be awesome. So I may check in one more time before I go to bed. I gotta text my wife and let her know that everything is good, and I will catch up with you later. All right, end of day 1 on my Buffalo River Trail. 1 of 3. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, actually, mine 4, I guess. 4 days. 2 half days and 2 full days, so that adds up to 3. My math is still good after hiking all day. Anyway, I'm going to be headed to the sack, to the bed, any moment now. So I'll keep you posted. We should have some pretty views of the Buffalo River tomorrow. And the trail is supposed to be fairly moderate trail. So the only thing I saw today that was bad was the overgrowth. You saw that. It was a lot of that at the top of the first climb, and it continued for a while, and then it went away, and then it was basically just a nice clear trail. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. As I get closer to the water, it may get a little more overgrown. But have a good evening wherever you might happen to be, and I will turn it back on in the morning and say hi. Good night. This is just about a few feet from where I camped last night. A little view here. It's pretty cool. Good morning. It's Saturday, Saturday, May 27th, 2023. It's about 7:40. I got up about 6:30, got all packed up, had some instant or some protein shake and milk, and there's lots of campsites around here. Coffee mixed in with it, and didn't heat anything up. I'm kind of leaning towards not cooking on the PCT. I know several others have talked about doing that, and so I brought my stove and stuff this time, and last night I had rice and beans and some jerky. But I think my next backpack trip, I might try to go with no cooking and no cold soaking. So basically, you would just use what's already prepared: summer sausage, cheese, tortillas, packaged Spam, tuna, chicken, that kind of stuff, and try that. Because I usually just cook one meal a day when I'm backpacking. I usually do either mashed potatoes, ramen, heat up those rice and beans, the ones that are already prepared. So I might just go with no cook, especially through the desert section of the PCT. I might do that. And when I get to Kennedy Meadows, when I send my bear can, I might just go ahead and send my stove if that's something I think I require. But I think I can go 6 weeks or 5 weeks, however long it takes me to get 700 miles. I think I can do that without cooking anything. I'm going to give it a try anyway. I mean, I can always have Pat and Tina send me my stove and my pot if I need it. But I might try to do without it just to eliminate a little bit more weight and a little more hassle on the trail. It's easier to dry camp that way too. You don't have to worry about mixing anything in your food to cook it. We'll see. Anyway, going back down the hill here a little bit. Whenever I'm hiking like this and it's on the way out, I'm always conscious of this is where I have to come back. So when I'm going downhill like this, it's kind of nice, but I think, okay, tomorrow you're going to be walking totally uphill on this one. All right, I will chat with y'all later down the trail. This is this kind of green tunnel underground here, undergrowth. The canyon is over that way where the Buffalo River is. I believe in about a couple miles I'll get my first view of the actual river. So this is the next part of the trail, after mile about 6.5 where I camped last night. There's been probably 6 blowdowns plus these little 2 ones right here. That's a little one. I can just go around that one. That one up there looks like I can step over that one. But a couple of them, all the rest of them, have been having to bushwhack up and around them. They've been pretty massive. So the first part of the trail, well maintained. This part, probably because of the snow, of the rain and the wind and the storms we've had, has made it a little harder to get up here and clean it out, because you clean them out and then they come back and fall again. Other trees. So hasn't been bad. I haven't been losing the trail or anything, but you can't make good mileage when you're stepping over trees or walking around them uphill and downhill to get around the branches. There's a little dry creek right here that goes through. Water's been okay. I've been carrying 2 liters, but I didn't need it because I've passed, well, I haven't even filtered any water yet, and I'm already 7.5 miles in, so haven't needed it. But I could have. I passed at least 4 places where I could have got water and filtered it. So I got a new phone. This is my, I broke my phone on May 5th. Had to get a new one, and I took advantage of that AT&T deal where you trade in your old Samsung and get an S23. So I did, and I got the Ultra because I figured I would like to have a good camera on the PCT. So I'm filming with that Ultra today, and I like it really well. It's got 100 zoom on the camera, so you can really zoom in quite a bit. And it's got pretty good megapixels. I mean, it's really clear and everything. So maybe we'll take a couple nature pictures here on the way. Here's a sign that says, "I'm entering private land. Stay on the trail." Okay, I will. It's these power line clearings that I saw that deer. Let's see if I've got one here in this area. I don't see one. They like to come out in these clearing areas and eat this tall grass. There's been about 3 of these power line easements that go through here, all cleared off. All right, this is around mile 11, something like that. And this is the bridge that goes over the Buffalo River at Ponca. So if you were going to catch the trail at Ponca, this is where you do it, about 1/10 of a mile back there. A lot of kids playing in the water. It's beautiful Memorial Day weekend, Saturday. Water looks great. If you're going to float it, I think you probably would want to start in a little farther down. It's kind of shallow up here. But people do it. Just drag the canoe over. But Pat and I did the Buffalo River and canoe, gosh, been maybe 20 years ago, something like that. It was a drought year, and we had to carry that canoe and drag it and pull it up out of the water and around the bushes. And we finally made it though, and but that was a great trip. Saw all kinds of wildlife. So if you're ever thinking about floating a natural river, the Buffalo River is one of the last undammed rivers in America. It's a big river. It gets big, and it's a long float, and pretty and wild and scenic. Got some bluffs that are, 300 feet high. You go down through the canyon. It is awesome. So I highly recommend it. Trail's good too. If you're into backpacking, this is a pretty good trail. This last section, like I said, there was quite a few blowdowns. Now, for maybe the past 2 miles, hadn't been any. Nothing that you can't step over. But there was about 6 or 7 that you had to scramble up around, either up or down the hill to get around it. Big trees. But having a beautiful day today. It's Saturday. Weather's probably about 80 degrees. My goodness, it's what time is it? It's 11:30 in the morning. It's not noon yet. I've done about 6 miles, 7 miles, something like that. So anyway, looking to have a good hike the rest of the day. I stopped by a creek back there and had some lunch. Refilled my water bottles up, and now I'm heading on up the trail. Beautiful, beautiful day. See you later. This is about 400 feet above the Buffalo River. When you're floating the river, you come past those cliffs and it's just gorgeous. You see them on both sides on some points. Yeah, this is Arkansas right here. And I'm looking straight down. There's a cliff. Well, I gotta say, this is a pretty rough trail. I thought I was going to be able to make it to 20 today, but I'm wore out. And I'm going to camp at 17, so 3 miles short of my goal for the day. I could probably make it, but my feet are tired, my back is aching, my legs are hurting, so haven't backpacked in a while. And so I'm going to call it quits at the next campground I come to. And it's 17 miles. I'll catch up with you after dinner. Good morning. It is going on 8 o'clock. I've been up for a couple hours and I started walking at about 7, so almost an hour. Get 2 miles in and on my way back to the car. It's been a really good morning. Beautiful. I just passed the view of the Buffalo River I did yesterday. Now I'm just hot-footing it back. This is my goal, right? You know how I am. My goal is I'm going to try to make it all the way back to the car today, but I probably won't make it all the way. That's like 16 miles or something. But I'll try it. Anyway, I'll catch you on down the trail. I like where these trails kind of go through these Indiana Jones canyons. They go up, 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 up. Through the canyons. So this is just about as wide as my trekking poles from there to there. And on down. Whoop-de-doo, more stairs. Out there through the leaves, you can't see it, but there is a canyon over there. It goes down to the river. Coming back down into Ponca. There's the Buffalo River down there. This is a small part of it. The birds have been out chirping and it's been a just perfectly great day. It's probably 72 degrees, 71, something like that. Just beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky. This was Memorial Day of 2023. Remember that. And Memorial Day is to honor those men and women who have given their lives for our country. Armed forces, police officers, fire, people who have dedicated their life to the betterment of our lives. I served in the military. So this is not a day to honor me because I didn't give my life. In fact, I was never in harm's way when I was in the Air Force. I was in Alaska, and then I was in Dover, Delaware, and then I was at the Pentagon for my whole tour. And I suppose you could say I sacrificed a little bit, you know, because I was there. But I volunteered to go to Vietnam. I was on the team that would go in, fly in, and build bombed out buildings. And we did a lot of practicing up in Alaska, you know, going to a remote site, putting up the building to make sure we could do it. But we never actually got shot at. So I always honor those men and women who gave their lives in the service of our country. So if you get a chance to go to a Veterans Day service tomorrow, or if you just want to pause and thank God for those brave people, brave Americans, and then think about what you can do, what I can do to live up to the sacrifice that they made to be good people, to leave this country better than we found it. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, so just while I was giving my impassioned speech about America, I came across a dead mouse, so I had to take a picture of it. Oh well. Again, just be a good person, live a good life. Don't run the country down. Don't give it away. Fight for it. Raise your kids up to honor the country, honor God. Be a patriot. This is that uphill slog I was telling you about, just past Ponca, and you can't see it. It's probably a good 10% incline right here, all the way up. Anyway, I'm on my way up the hill. It's probably, at least half a mile. So when I get to the very top, I may stop and take a break and update you. This is a cave that goes down. Walk back here. This is the trail. I didn't see it on the way in because I was coming down this hill and it's kind of back. So I missed it coming in, but coming back out, I'm coming up this trail here. And as you walk up, you can see a big hole over there. And I can't see how far it goes back. But there's some caves back here that you can do some exploring in. I'm not into that, but some people are. Anyway, there's the cave on the Buffalo River Trail.